Hi, grade twos. How are you? I hope all of you are happy and healthy and safe at home. Today we have our maths lesson. Are you ready? But first, I have something for you. Let's read this. Friends are like stars. You may not always see them, but they are always there. So what do you think this means? So we all know that we are at home right now and we are not at school and we are missing our friends and our teachers and even our families because we don't get to see everybody. But if we think about our friends and families and teachers like stars, then we can remember this. Sometimes you don't see stars, like in the daytime. If you look up in the sky, the stars are not there. But just because you can't see them doesn't mean they aren't there. So your friends and your families and your teachers, you might not get to see them, but they are there and they are thinking about you and missing you too. Just like how I am missing you guys so much because you guys are my stars. So just remember that, and hopefully really, really soon we can be back at school and we can see each other again. So are you ready for our maths lesson today? Because I'm ready. Are you ready? Yeah. And remember, I love you so much and I miss you always. Hello, everybody. Say hello to Groot. Groot is from the Avengers. How are you feeling today, grade twos? Are you happy? Is anybody feeling sad? Are you angry? Who's feeling silly? Who's excited? Excited for maths? But first, it's time for a game. Do you remember our bomb game? So here is a bomb, and in 10 seconds, the bomb is going to explode. So you have to answer the question at the top of the bomb before, boom, the explosion. So let's have a practice. 25 plus 5. What's 25 plus 5? Time's up. 25 plus 5. That's right, it's 30. Because 5 plus 5, 5 and 5 are buddies, and 5 and 5 make 10. So 10 plus 20 is 30. Okay, are you ready for the real game? Should we begin? Okay, the first round is going to be addition. 3, 2, 1. Go! 33 plus 17. Time's up. What is 33 plus 17? That's right, It's 50. 3 and 7 are buddies. So 3 and 7 make 10. 10 plus another 10 is 20. 20 plus 3 tens is 30, 40, 50. Okay, ready for the next question?
Go!
30 plus 42. Time's up. Okay, what's 30 plus 42? That's right, 72. First, you can add the tens. 3 plus 4 is 7. And then you can add the units. There's only 2 units, so we get 72. Okay, the next round is subtraction. Are you ready?
Go!
18 minus 15. Time's up. What is 18 minus 15, grade 2s? 3. You can start with the units. 8 minus 5 is 3. And 10 minus 10 is 0. So we just have 3. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Go!
42 minus 22. Time's up. What is 42 minus 22? You can start with the units. 2 minus 2 is 0. And 4 minus 2 is 2. So the answer is 20. Who got 20? Good job. Addition and subtraction together. Are you ready?
Go!
11 plus 11 and then minus 12. Quickly! Time's up. Okay, what's 11 plus 11 minus 12? First, you do the addition. 11 plus 11 is 22. And then you minus 12. So the answer is 10. So who got 5 out of 5 points? Good job, guys. Okay, now it's time for our maths lesson. Are you ready? Please, will you take out your maths booklets? Grade 2 maths, and we are doing week 3. And let's go. Okay. So grade 2s, in our last 2 lessons, we learned about measuring length and weight. We measured how long something is with centimeters on our ruler. And we measured how heavy something is using grams and kilograms on a scale. Today, we're going to be learning about capacity. Now, capacity is the amount of liquid there is in a given container. That means How much of liquid? Liquid is water or milk or juice. How much of liquid there is in a container? Here we have a container. This is a jug. And how much milk is in this jug? When we measure capacity, we use liters. Say together with me, liters. Now, if you look at this milk box, inside this milk box, how much milk do you think there is? If I take all the milk from this box and pour it into this jug, the milk will reach this line. And this line is 1 liter. So we say there is 1 liter of milk in this jug. How about this bottle of water? If I pour this bottle of water into this jug, the water will reach this line. Now this line is half a liter. So we say there is half a liter of water in this jug. So here we have 1 liter and here we have half a liter. Now, if you remember, 1 liter is the same as this box of milk. You may have a box of milk like this in your fridge. Now, you are going to guess if these amounts of liquid are more than this liter or less than this liter. Is there more coffee in this cup than 1 liter? Or is there less coffee than 1 liter? I think there's less. So this cup is pretty small. And if I pour this cup into this jug, I don't think it will reach 1 liter. So I'm going to say it is less than 1 liter. How about this truck? If I fill this truck with water, do you think I will have more than 1 liter or less than 1 liter? Definitely more than 1 liter, because this is a big truck and this is just a small box of milk. So you're going to complete the rest of your worksheet and circle the correct answer. Okay, your next worksheet is about calculating how much there is by adding the jugs. So in the first part of the worksheet, you have to add the jugs to find out how many liters there are. So the first one is done for you. 1 liter is this jug plus a half a liter, which is this jug. 1 plus a half is 1.5. So I have 1.5 liters of liquid in these 2 jugs. Let's do number 3 together. Number 3, I have first 1 liter. The next jug has a half a liter, so I should add a half a liter. And the last jug, jug number 3, has also a half a liter. So I add another half a liter. Now, can you see a half plus a half? If we have 2 halves together, these two make a whole. So if I have a half plus a half, I can say that I have 1 liter. A half plus a half is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So in question number 3, how many liters do I have? 2 liters all together. And you're going to do the rest on your own. Okay, the second part of your worksheet says, draw the jugs to show how many liters there are. So here is the liters. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So you are going to draw the correct jug. Here we have some jugs. This one is half. This one is 1 liter. This one is half. And this one is 1 liter. So which one should I draw here? That's right. I should draw 1 liter plus another 1 liter. And 1 plus 1 equals 2 liters. So you're going to draw the jugs in the space here. And this is how much you have to draw. And you can do the rest on your own. Okay, so the next page of your booklets, grade 2, is addition and subtraction. Now, you will remember this, but I'm going to do another example for you just to practice in case you forgot. So let's start with 4. And in my other box, I have 2. So we can say this is A and this is B. Now what is 4 plus 2? That's right, it's 6. So we can say that 6 is C. So A plus B equals C. 4 plus 2 equals 6. What about the other way around? What about B plus A? 2 plus 4 is also 6. And what if I start with 6 and I subtract? 6 minus 4 should be 2. So C minus A is B. 6 minus 4 is 2. And C minus B should also be A. So 6 minus 2 should be 4. And these are your fact family. So using these, you can do the rest of your worksheet. Okay, the next page is addition and subtraction with regrouping. Let's look at addition first. Let's do number 1 together. So when you do addition and subtraction with big numbers like this, you have to first start with the units and then the tens. So these are the units and these are the tens. So let's start with the units. What is 3 plus 8, grade 2s? 3 plus 8 is 11. But I can't write 11 in this box because I only have place for one number. So I will put the 1 here and I will take the 10 and move it up to the top, to the tens. Now I'm going to add the tens. 1 plus 3 plus 8. What's 1 plus 3 plus 8? That's 12. Now, can I write 12 over here? No, because I only have place for one number. So I put the 2 over here and I take the 10 and I move it over here on top. Just like how I did on this side. And then I have the last column. 1 plus 0 plus 0. So I just move the 1 down. So now I have my answer, 121. 33 plus 88 is 121. Okay, I hope that helps and I hope you understand that. You just have to go slowly, start with the units, and then do the tens. And after the tens, sometimes you might get hundreds. Okay, let's do subtraction with regrouping. And let's do number 1 together. So remember, first we have the units and then we have the tens. So let's start with the units. What is 4 minus 6? Can I do 4 minus 6? No, 4 is not big enough. So I need to make this 4 a little bit bigger. So I'm going to borrow a 10 from his neighbor. So when I borrow from 6, I'm going to be left with 5. And the 1 goes to the units. 6 minus the 1 is 5. So now I have a 10 here. And then I move my 4 up because 10 plus 4 is 14. So now I have 14. So I can say 14 minus 6. What is 14 minus 6? That's right, it's 8. So 14 minus 6 is 8. Now I can do the tens. What is 5? Because I don't have 6 anymore, I borrowed a 10 here, so I only have 5 left. So 5 minus 4 is 1. And there you have your answer. 64 minus 46 is 18. The answer is 18. So remember, you start with the units and then the tens. But with subtraction, if the unit is too small, you borrow one from the neighbor. Okay, good luck, grade 2s. Do it slowly and carefully, and with lots of practice, you will understand better. Okay, the next 2 pages of your booklet are some addition and subtraction word problems. Now, a word problem is when you have a little story, like we do in English, and you have to read the story very carefully and create a sum. So let's do one together. A basket of eggs. Amy's hens lay 3 eggs in a day. The next day, the hens lay 4 eggs. The day after that, the hens lay 2 eggs. How many eggs does Amy have now? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Amy's hens lay 3 eggs. So Amy has 3 eggs to start. Then the next day, the hens lay 4 eggs. So I should add 4 more eggs. The day after that, the hens lay 2 eggs. So now we have 2 more eggs. Finally, how many eggs does Amy have now? So here's the sum that I've created. Now I just have to work it out. 3 plus 4 plus 2. What's 3 plus 4 plus 2? That's right. Amy now has 9 eggs. And that's how we do word problems. Now remember, some of them might have addition, but some of them might have subtraction. When you have more, you add, and when you have less or you take away, then you have to subtract. Okay, the next worksheet, grade 2s, is doubles and halves. Let's start with doubles. So here you have some butterflies. How many wings does a butterfly have? That's right. There are 2 wings, one on the left and one on the right. So we can use this butterfly to help us double the number. So I'm going to draw some spots on my butterfly. The first question says double 3. So I'm going to draw 3 spots on one side of my butterfly. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 wing. Now when I want to double something, I have to times, or I have to have 2 wings, not 1. So I'm going to draw another 3 spots on the other wing of the butterfly. 1, 2, 3. So I have 1 wing with 3 and another wing with 3. So I can say that double of 3, 2 groups of 3, is how many? Let's count all the dots together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So double 3 will be 6 because 3 on this side and 3 on this side. And all together, I have 6. You should do the same for double 8. 8 dots on this side, 8 dots on the other side, and then you count all the dots together to get the answer for double 8. And that's how we can do doubles. What about halves? Let's use this cake. If we have some candles on our cake and we cut the cake in half, we can find out what is half of our number. So the first one says half of 8. So we need 8 candles on our cake. So let's draw some candles on our cake. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, I'm putting 1 candle on this side and 1 candle on this side so that I can have the same amount of candles here and the same amount of candles here so I can find half. So we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I have 8 candles on my cake. And if I cut the cake in half, how many candles will I have on half of the cake? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a half of 8 is 4. And you're going to draw the rest of the candles on the other cakes. And then you're going to find out what is half of the number. Okay, and the last page of your booklets, grade 2s, is position and movement, just like we did last time. So, just to remind you, these words have to go in these lines. But remember, what is clockwise? If I turn around in this direction, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means I am going clockwise, the same as a clock. But if I go around the other way, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then means I'm going anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is the opposite direction of a clock. And these are your turns. If the ladybug turns around and lands here, he started at 12 and now he's at 3. That means he made a quarter turn. If the ladybug starts at 12 and goes around to 6, that means he made a half turn. And if the ladybug goes all the way around from 12 back to 12 again, he made a whole turn. So you have a quarter, a half, and a whole. We aren't really learning about 3/4, so you don't have to worry about this one for now. So now you can answer these questions. The candy has turned from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So the candy has made what kind of a turn? A half, a quarter, a whole? Or did it turn a quarter, clockwise or anti-clockwise? It already says clockwise, so you have to pick a half, a quarter, or a whole. I think the candy made a half turn. What do you think? So don't forget to put these words on these lines. Okay, and that's the end of our maths lesson, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all understood everything a little bit better, and I hope that helps you with your booklets. Good job, grade 2s. Thank you so much for listening. I miss you guys so much, and remember, I love you. Oh, and one thing before I go. I just want to remind you, friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there. So remember to think about your friends and your teachers and your families like stars. Sometimes we don't get to see them like now, but they will always be there, and they are thinking about you too, just like I am thinking about you and missing you. Thank you, grade 2s. I love you. Bye.
It's time to go home. It's time to go